So, first of all, Earl, thank you for bringing us into your studio.
Thank
Um,
you.
Hip hop music on Black History Month.
Hmm.
I don't. Do people actually know how important not just your music, but this whole genre has given people a platform? And what, in your opinion, is the most important part about that?
Just the genre of music. I mean, it gave us a platform because it creates side hustles, mailbox money. You know what I mean? A security blanket and a safety net for the future. You know, you just got to know how to work that platform. You know, you just can't just don't. If they give you an inch, try to take a little bit of that rope, man, because, it's like we got to take advantage of the opportunities that we have now. We are providing our people with jobs. You know what I'm saying? You can't call you. I got a line in one of my raps that say you can't call yourself a boss if you ain't got no employees. You know, you got to have some employees. You got to have a team. I got payroll. I pay people. People
Right.
are on my payroll
Right.
in real life. You provide jobs, and once, like I tell these youngsters, man, teamwork make the dream work. Have each other back. Don't just go against each other just because one popping at the time. You never know. You might end up being the guy. And when you do, stay H&H, hungry and humble.
And when you try to get this message out to people, do you think that the music is a way because they'll be listening on to your records of what you say,
Yeah. Hmm.
and do people come up to you and say, hey, I heard that you spoke to me.
Yep.
What do they say?
Well, they just call me. That's why they call me the ambassador. They say, I'm like a preacher, and without trying to be a preacher, they call me Unc. Uncle is like a second dad,
Uh-huh.
and I'm the uncle that some people never had. You know what I mean? People call me dad, pops. But they just say it. Even when I was younger, they looked at me as an uncle because I always had life lessons in my lyrics.
Uh-huh.
So it's like people a lot of times, people, back in the day, especially when there was a lot of fan mail that you would receive, snail mail, and that was a lot
Before
of
the
that came
internet,
from
yeah.
the yeah before the internet. A lot of that came from the penitentiary.
Oh.
Yeah, heart. People say, man, I'm on my way home. Thank you for getting me through this bid with your lyrics. Just keeping it positive. I'm gonna take what you said, and I'm gonna utilize it. I'm gonna take this little money I got or whatever opportunities I got, and I'm gonna turn it into legitimate business. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? And I just I try to, I'm for what's right. Maybe that's what's wrong. So basically, man, I know that once you got a platform, you have to go for it. You just got to go for it, and you can't take your foot off their neck. You get lazy and get comfortable because you're having your money at that time. Okay, do it. Next thing you know, time gonna fly by, and
Right.
you're gonna look up and be like, "Damn, man,
What
everything
happened?
is gone.
Yeah.
I didn't work hard enough." You
Right.
know what I mean?
Yeah. With us this month, February has been Black History Month, and I think when people think of Black history, they think, for some reason in my mind, hip hop isn't the first thing out of people's mouths,
Hmm.
but maybe it should be.
It,
Explain what hip hop means to Black people.
I mean, hip hop means something to everybody. Hip hop, you wouldn't see like everybody. I would say all genres, all walks of life copy. I would say our culture. For us, the slang words, the way the ladies, the females talk, other colors and stuff, other races, they all talk like how African Americans talk. You know what I mean?
And why is that?
We are the hippest people on earth and the most creative. I love all walks of life. There's not a prejudice bone in my body. I grew up with a diverse neighborhood, and I love them dearly. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, hey, it is what it is. We are trendsetters, and that's the culture is the culture, man.
Do you think that people ever realized how big hip hop would become? Did you even realize how big it would become? I
I
mean,
did. You know why? Because it's been done before, but in a different way. I feel like country music. I think it's telling a story in one verse. You know what I mean? I feel like we say rap is a R&B song that's not song, but talked like you talking, but you're rhyming and you're putting a lot of words, lots of wordplay in one verse. that one verse can add up to a whole R&B song, 3 verses. That one verse that you do as a rapper. But I knew it was going to be unique. And when it caught on, it caught on. Now the older people that was saying, "Oh, I don't listen to that," they can't help but to listen to it because their kids it's in them now. The kids, no matter what color, what age, no matter what, the kids listen to it. So you're gonna sound like that old, ancient, prehistoric grandpa or dad or whatever you are, uncle, whatever, if you hating on rap music because it's surpassed all genres of music. It surpassed country music, soul, pop, rock and roll. It's #1. Rap music has been around for over 45 years.
It doesn't seem like it, but it's so huge you can't avoid it. I talked to Chewy Gomez, who is a DJ in the Bay Area. He said, "Man, there's rap music in every single thing in culture now."
Everything, commercials, everything. Like, it's no way you can get out of it. I seen something where the army, the military is doing a recruiting with they using rap music. The troops are the soldiers. They rapping to bring in the millennials, to bring in the new generation. You see?
How does it feel to be part of that? I mean, you're
I
really
feel
one
good.
Of the Godfathers.
I'm one of the. I'm in there. I'm in there because I outlasted a lot of the Godfathers. I mean, I could constantly put out music since 1988. My music used to be in Tower Records, Warehouse Records. You know what I'm saying? Jones and Harris. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
T.Y. Uzis.
Yeah.
Things like that. 30 years ago, bro. On the shelves. 31 years ago now. Damn, time be flying.
George, that's what you said.
Yeah, but when you think of Black History Month, I mean, we talked to Fab, we talked to Chewy, we talked to everybody that we talked to. Your name comes up.
I mean, people are giving you credit. I don't know if you know that.
I didn't know, man. Here we go. 1988. What that say? Where it say it on? This is this right here is MVP, most valuable players. That's my brother D-Shot. That's me right there, E-40 and cousin B Legit. And here we are back here. You know what I mean? And here we go, 1988. If you chime in on that, that's 31 years ago. This thing was in stores, Tower Records, and at that time it was just vinyl.
Hold it up real quick. Okay.
Yep. So, we wanted to get signed to major labels and all that when we were young because we thought that was the only way to do it. We didn't get that. We didn't have the eyes wasn't on us. The eyes wasn't on the Bay at the time. They were, but not the whole Bay. And so we had to bust down the doors. We had to go do it ourselves, and make them come to us.
One more bite about this that we should put in our piece tonight. You are the ambassador of the Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And that is something that everyone has said. Okay, you because of your fame, you represent the Bay Area. I think a lot of people thank you for that.
Yeah.
Especially when you're, at sporting events or whatever.
Yeah.
You see, what do you think what is people's opinion about the Bay Area when they see you? Like they come up to you and say, "Oh man, Vallejo." No, like someone who's like, from Mississippi. Vallejo.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel? It's like some dude from Mississippi talking about Vallejo. Shit, what's going on with that?
Hey, we put Vallejo on the map no matter what anybody say. It's the real talk. When you think of Vallejo, you think of E-40 in the clique. As of recently, they might say other names, but the world knows, like, our status reaches far beyond this little West Coast thing.
Sure.
We're known all throughout the South, Midwest. I'm going to do 2 shows. I got one in Chicago. I got one in Kansas City. This is all coming up right now. I got one in Indianapolis. I travel the globe. Like, I'm way beyond. One of my albums might outsell your favorite rapper's whole career. The ones you think are the people that put something on the map. I put Vallejo on the map, and I'm the face of the Bay, and I'm not arrogant. I'm the most humblest person on the earth, but it is what it is, and I did it independently, way before I had to deal with Jive Records.
And do you think that it's when you hear them mention hip hop and Black history? I mean, you've made your mark. What's your thought on that? Black history and hip hop and the impact that it's had here in the Bay, and you're a pioneer of that.
I think that Black history is like inventions and stuff like that. People that are innovators, and I definitely feel I am not just me, my whole organization. Sick With It Records. We are a staple in hip hop. When you see Let me see that pillow right there. When you see, this is just a little comfortable pillow we got. When you see this logo right here, this is legendary worldwide. This ain't no, this is a monumental logo. We hogs, man. You know what I mean? We hogs getting money. You feel me? So yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So what I'm basically saying is we carved our identity into hip hop without any major funding or nothing. We funded it ourselves. We funded it ourselves, and we did it from the ground up. We did the grassroots. We didn't see a lot of your favorite rappers had CEOs. I didn't. We didn't. E-40 and the Clique didn't. We were our own CEOs. We put our little ibbles and oops in what we had to do to get to where we at, and we stayed at it. When I was only 19 years old, 20 years old, I had a clothing store on Solano Avenue. You feel me? I was a teenager. I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
I take that little money I make, the little profit, walk down to Studio Tones. He was like four doors down from the facility on Solano Avenue, right next door to Richard's Barbershop. I go put my little down payment on it. Tone, I need 4 hours. That's all I needed at the time. 4 hours a day, knocking out 4 and 5 songs because I was a young mustache with a lot to say.